As you can see, recording is in progress, so I hope everyone agrees that we are recording this session, so we can later share this. So if someone wants to hear something again, then this is possible. Also, I would like to ask everyone to ask as much question as possible. We're gonna get all the questions and we're gonna answer them via email. And everyone who has participated will get a list with the recording and also the questions and answers. So I think this will be the best way. So since today we want it to be a really practical webinar, then we should dive right into it. First of all, some introductions. I am Grete. I am one of this group CEO, and I will be moderating this webinar. Together with me, first off, will be e-Residency team representative Raimo. Raimo will speak about what is e-Residency, why Estonia. A lot of people still don't know what Estonia is, so Raimo, make sure that you do now. After Raimo will be followed by one of his team lawyer, Katrin. Katrin will show and prove how easy it is to open a company in Estonia, how fast and easy it actually is. And once you have the company up and running, then of course you would need a solution where to start actually collecting money, because that's the aim of all businesses, I assume. So Jonathan from Airwallex team will introduce Airwallex solutions. And as mentioned, all the questions, please just dive in, ask the questions along the way, we will answer them. And we have also a small gift from one of his side. So all the attendants, we will share a code and everyone who's interested in starting a business in Estonia or already has started a business in Estonia but does not know what to do next, then we are offering a free 30 minutes consultation to help get your business started and up and running. So without further ado, I'll give word to Raimo and we'll continue from there. Good luck, Raimo.
Hello, I'm gonna share the screen as well. Yes, I'm Raimo. I'm head of partnerships at the e-Residency team, and we'll give you the brief overview of what e-Residency is and why actually Estonia is a good place to start the business, because that's the main aspect we are focusing today. As there are, of course, different possible reasons why to become e-resident, maybe also some cultural connections, but let's focus on business this time. So we have an interesting situation in Estonia that quite many of us do have companies, usually the single shareholder ones, like we call them small pocket companies, so that you have just in case you need to send an invoice for someone, because it is so easy to have a company. And this picture here actually is one of the founding meetings of the company. I'm one of the founders. So we have a small consulting company. And we were sitting around the table discussing some things related to company information, like the name and some other aspects. And actually, this was the only time we decided to meet face to face to agree on administrative things regarding our company. Actually, we shouldn't have do that, or we could have done it everything online, but we decided to do. But later, everything that has been really related to the company that is, on this operational or administrative side, like communication with the state or everything related to taxation, annual reports, everything has been done online. And we have met only to discuss the real business or the real customer questions, for example. So this is how it works for us in Estonia. And since 2014, it has been opened for people all around the world to operate the companies the same way, so that you don't have to go somewhere physically, submit something on paper to get things done and to get the business going. After a few minutes, I will describe a bit more about e-Residency itself. But I would first of all, would say a few words like why Estonia is a great place to start a company. As I said, like an example was, it is extremely easy to start a company in Estonia. You can do it fully online, and you can start and run it wherever you are physically, whether it's Tallinn, London, Cape Town, a beautiful island in some Pacific Ocean island, or wherever you have the internet connection. And it's done because Estonia as a country has developed their e-government system already since the late 1990s. So 99% of the digital services, 99% of all the services provided by the government are online. Basically, everything almost everything you need to do to run your business could be done online. Maybe there are some smaller things, but everything bigger, all the big steps you need to take to get started, to get running, to get your declaration submitted and everything like that could be done online. And it is possible thanks to the digital ID cards that have been in use for locals already more than 20 years, and for e-residents since 2014. So thanks to e-Residency, people who apply could get a digital ID, which allows them to authenticate themselves online, use the Estonian e-services, and also sign digitally documentation that's needed. And this digital signature is exactly as valid as the handwritten one in Estonia. As the play system has been in place for many years already, then it has a quite high level of trust. It has the highest eIDAS security level, so it is secure and safe to run your operations in Estonian company. One maybe interesting or relevant fact to tell you that the Estonian business environment is also very transparent, which is a good thing. So basically, if you start your business with other Estonian company, for example, then all the company information is publicly available. You know, you get to know quite easily who are the owners, how the company is doing, are they behaving correctly in terms of taxation and communication with Estonian state, or there are some shortcomings. It also means that your company data is publicly available, but as we are sure all of you will start a legal and compliant business, then it's not a problem. But yeah, this transparency is actually one of the key things why our system is so trustworthy. And once your company is already running, then we have some good things to tell you also regarding the growth opportunities. Hopefully, you know that Estonia has been known for some time already as a good place to have a startup or to move your startup to Estonia. We have very vibrant startup scene. There are more unicorns per capita in Estonia than in any other country in the world. But not everyone is becoming unicorn, but at the same time, the infrastructure, the ecosystem, the community provided here to get started, to support your business in the early stages is there. People from outside of EU, there is also a startup and scale-up visa programs available, which enable to relocate the business that maybe was started as a e-resident business remotely. It could be relocated to Estonia later to become a part of some entrepreneurship programs, for example. Estonia, as a small country, needs to be bigger than the country physically is. It means that our business environment is extremely open and international. So there are a lot of global companies or companies with a global ambition that have been started in Estonia or growing here. So so it is an international aim, and targeting bigger markets is something that's quite common to startups related to Estonian startup ecosystem. Business regulations could be considered rather liberal, And compared to many bigger countries which are definitely more complex in the essence already, the business regulations and the legal framework is quite, let's say, straightforward, not too many exceptions, rather quite easy to navigate, especially if you have a good service provider like a one office or some other who can help you with some legal services as well. And also, as an Estonian company, may give you access to EU funding and grants, and enables you to participate local business acceleration and incubation programs. And probably a few words will be talked about it later as well, but the tax system also supports early stage companies. And what also you can expect if you become e-resident and start a company in Estonia, then there are more than 100,000 people who are e-residents already. Most of them are entrepreneurs, they are passionate in it, and year by year we see that this at least some people from those 100,000 are now becoming more like a community, helping, supporting each other, sharing the experience with others. And this is also a valuable source of information for you. Just to give you the exact definition, then e-residency is a government-issued digital identity, and it gives you actually remote access to our e-government services and enables you to start company online, remotely, securely. It is exactly the same legally as company in Estonia created by Estonian residents, and everything could be signed digitally by using your digital ID or smart ID that you can activate as well later to get rid of the card for a certain time. Just to make very clear what e-residency is, as I said, digital identity gives e-access to Estonia, not a physical one. So it's not a traveling document, but it enables you to identify yourself, give signatures, and become community member. But e-residency is not a document or a permit to move to Estonia, to travel to Estonia. It does not give you any citizenship, visa, residence permit. And actually, by the law, at least, it's also not like a bonus. If you apply for a visa, for example, it shouldn't be connected directly. And also, it does not affect your personal tax residency. So if you are a personal tax resident or as a private person tax resident of, let's say, UK or Germany, then it will stay that way unless you move to Estonia physically. E-residency as a status will be given to natural persons, not the legal entities. Legal entity is something you can create after you have become e-resident. You should have interest to Estonian services or to do something with Estonia or in Estonia. Usually it is mainly the interest is to have the company in Estonia, but the reason could be also business, the cultural ties, or also some being part of a scientific group, for example, that is partly in Estonia. These are also options. And applicants can be Estonian citizens or residents, and currently it's open for all the citizenships and countries, but every case is analyzed by police and border guard separately, so there is no definite answers that yes, you will become e-resident, or no, you won't become e-resident. And also every service provider has a right to do their own decisions regarding in which regions they accept the customers to become company owners. A few words about the application. First of all, you need to gather your personal passport and other preparation documents and fill out and submit your online application to become e-resident. It takes around 30 minutes or something like this. Then Estonian Police and Border Guard will go through your application. Maybe we'll ask some extra questions to specify anything. Quite often they don't ask anything. And in reality, they have up to 30 days by the law to go through the application, but usually it goes a bit quicker. During the application process, you had to choose the pickup location. Where would you like to pick up your digital ID card? And if the e-residency status will be given for you, then your card will be printed and the e-residency starting kit will be sent to the pickup location in 2 to 5 weeks from the moment your application was accepted. It is very dependent on where you actually are. In some places, it goes very quickly. In some places, sometimes it may take even more than 5 weeks, but generally the time that you need to wait until you get the card is in between 2 to 5 weeks. And if you order the card, but for some reason can't go to the pickup location right away, then it will be kept in the embassy or in the pickup location 6 months. So you have 6 months time to collect your pickup, to collect your card. And here is the list of places where you could actually pick up your card. The majority of European countries are covered. US and Canada. In Asia, we have embassies in China, India, South Korea, United Arab Emirates, and some other places as well, and also Australia. In Africa, currently, it is only possible to pick up the card in Egypt. And sadly, we do not have any pickup locations in South America right now. Working on that. And just to give you a few numbers, there are more than 103,000 e-residents globally who have created 26,000 companies in Estonia. And you will get the slides as well later. So there is a list of additional resources we recommend you to go through. Definitely visit our website. We just launched a new one like a month ago. More fact-based questions. You find the answers to more fact-based questions from the knowledge base, everything from the really basic things like how to apply to how to visit the pickup locations, what about company formation, what to do with the digital ID, everything is described there. Or also visit our business guide to read a bit more about taxation. Then actually a good source of information actually to get inspired or to get the answer to the question, is there someone similar to me with a similar business case maybe, whether it worked for this specific person, then yes, blog is the place to visit. You can see a lot of stories there about e-residents all over the world who have different experiences and different historical reasons why they became e-resident and started a local company. And also webinars like this one, but organized by e-Residency, are in our YouTube, as well as visit the event calendar. There may be some live face-to-face events taking place in near you, and also sign up to newsletter. That's all from me right now. And let's go to the real practical stuff then. And of course, if there are any questions for me later, they will be answered. Thank you.
Thank you, Raimo. Katrin will be next performing under Svetlana name, but this is Katrin from one office explaining you exactly what's going to happen next.
Hello, everybody. Thank you, Raimo. Thank you, Greta. I'm going to share also some slides with you. Just a second. So you can see, right? Okay, so I'm going to speak about how one office can be your professional partner in unlocking business without borders. We heard from Raimo's presentation that Estonia is a digital country. It means that most of governmental services, and from Raimo's slide, I noticed like 99% of governmental services are available online. and for residents and e-residents equally. So there is no difference in the status, which all the services that are online are equally available. And this also concerns company registration and the whole life cycle of a company. So from the registration to reporting to general compliance, and at the end, closing the company, everything digital, everything online. Some words about One Office. Also from Raimo's presentation, you heard that e-Residency program started a long time ago in 2014. One Office has been on the market even later. So this year, actually, we're going to celebrate our 15th anniversary in August, I believe. Greta can correct me. Yes. So we have a quite long time consulting clients who are interested in international expansion. Of course, the e-Residency program has made this company registration, expansion to new markets more quicker, more cheaper, more simple than it was before. And one of the examples is that exactly 1 year ago, in June 2022, we participated at London Tech Week, and one of the e-residents registered a company via One Office, and it took 13 minutes. Let's say it's very quick, but the official governmental term for online company registration is 1 day, which is still pretty quick compared to the rest of the Europe. So this is actually really good benefit of being an e-resident compared to not being an e-resident and registering a company in Estonia. I will show you later exactly how easy it is if you're using my One Office portal. One Office is operating currently in 7 countries. We started with Estonia, then followed closest neighbors, Finland, Sweden. Then we moved to UK. We have Latvia, Lithuania, and our latest country is Ireland. And we have about a team of 50 people in our group. We have different type of expertise in the companies. We have in-house lawyers, we have accountants, we have tax advisors, we have financial advisors. So we are able to cover big parts of our clients' business setup, management, expansion. In case we are not able to cover some topic, we have partners, trusted partners that we can refer our clients to. And why it's good to be our client when you want to expand to new markets is because all services for our clients are provided through a self-service portal, which is called My One Office. It has same functions, it's easy to handle, and once you're a client in one of our countries, you know exactly what to expect when you expand to another country, because the service setups, the functions in My One Office are similar. So you are already familiar and you know what to expect. So how can we help you? We help you to establish and grow your business in foreign countries. And we cover the full life cycle of a company, from registration to reporting, administration, compliance, and finally closing the company. So our main services is company formation, address, accounting, and financial and legal advice. And our services are available online in My One Office portal. And we have a short video to demonstrate how the portal works. So let's have a look.
Are you struggling to keep your paperwork in order and finances under control? Never-ending story of missing receipts, trying to find purchase invoices, digging in spreadsheets, wondering what is the incoming and outgoing cash flow? We are One Office, and we've revolutionized the game to help SME entrepreneurs. Tracking your finances is really easy with My One Office. Creating sales invoices in multi-currency and managing purchase invoices all in the web app and on the go, wherever necessary. A clear dashboard gives an overview of finances. Less paperwork, no need to mail the invoices over to your accountant. Say goodbye to spreadsheets for good. Our mission is to make business simple so you can focus on what you do best. Make your accounting simple. Start using My One Office.
Okay, and one of the features of My One Office platform is company registration portal. And here we have listed some benefits of registering a company through My One Office. The first one is that we have created very short and very simple registration form. I will demonstrate in a bit. It's way easier compared to the governmental registration form because we have selected only the mandatory parts of the form that are necessary for you compared to the governmental portal where it's unified portal for all different business setups, and this can create the confusion when you are just one founder and you want a simple company registration. The other benefit is that the registration process is very quick, and it's quick because the form is partially pre-filled. Also, I'm going to demonstrate how it looks like. So you only need to find a name and activity of the company, and the rest is pre-filled already for you. You can also add additional services, which is not available when you register a company through a governmental portal. And at the end, last but not least, we have in-house lawyer. So if you get stuck in the middle, if you have some questions, you're not sure what to do next, or you have some questions, any questions related to the registration process, you just reach out and our in-house lawyer will help you. And also, before I will demonstrate exactly how easy it is, I wanted also to bring out top 3 issues that our clients are facing when registering the company. And the first one is the founder's name. What it means that when you start the registration process, you need to insert your name as a founder exactly as is it written on your ID card. Because sometimes names are very long and the government has shortened the name in order to fit on the ID card. So please make sure that you use exactly the same name as it's written on the ID card. The second obstacle is a business name. From Reimer's presentations, you could see that e-residents only have created nearly 30,000 companies. Add here Estonian residents, non-residents, so we're talking about tens and tens of thousands of companies. So it's really hard to find a unique name which is available. And this can actually cause quite the frustrations because clients sometimes have very specific name in mind, what they have, what they want to put to the company, but it's already taken, for example. So this is one of the biggest issues that the clients have. And the third one is choose the correct activity codes. Maybe you have experience in other countries that there is a unified list of activities. In Estonia, it's called MPAC, but you may know it as NACE code or SIC code. So it's a unified list. It means that it's a fixed list and you just need to choose one activity from this list. Sometimes it's not possible to find the exact activity, but you just choose which is the closest and it's okay. And let's now jump to the process of registration. I will share my screen again and to show our portal. Okay. Company registration process always starts with picking the name. So I will just insert a name I was thinking to have for my company. I check if it's available. And the system does the automatic check with the business registry and immediately tells you if the name is available or it's taken. So you can see here, that this name is already taken. Company Pilveka has already been registered since 2006. So I need to change and choose another name. I will choose something else. Okay. See, this name is available, so I'm ready to proceed with next step. Next step is basic information. When you sign up for My One Office portal, you are asked to complete your profile. Once you complete your profile, company information form will be partially pre-filled with all the information that you already inserted to the profile. So you don't need to insert it again. So you will have your name, you will have your ID code. What you have to choose is activity code. You can choose it from the list here. Original is in Estonian. You can choose English. You can either open the full list and choose, or you can add search words. So for example, I want to company to provide legal advice. Okay, technical, okay, here. So you can search, for example, I want to have a legal consulting as the business activity. And it will give me options to choose from. And I will choose activities of legal counsels and law office. And the code here, 5 digits, I have to insert to company information portal. Just a second. Okay, I slept on it. And here, share capital can be €1. Here you have to insert what will be your company's official phone number. And here you have to insert what will be your company's official email, not your personal, but official company email address, which will be recorded in the business registry and everybody can access you at that address. Company address will be pre-filled with our service address. Also, a contact person will be pre-filled for you. Founder information, you just click fill with my profile data. It will be all pre-filled for you. Same board member, it's the same person, will be pre-filled for you. And that's it. Save and go to next step. Final step is to add additional services if you're interested. We have selection of additional services in the portal. For example, you can choose a self-accounting solution, which includes My Invoices function to create invoices, to manage your costs, and also to have annual report. We also offer our partnership solutions with fintechs, My Money powered by Airwallex, which Jonathan will explain you in a bit. And we also have a partnership with Wise. So you can choose, for example, all these as well, if you want to. And save. And now you only sign with your ID card, you make a payment, and you have a company. So it's really easy. And when your company is ready, you have invoicing option with My One Office. You are ready to start the business. And next obvious thing to have is an account, start receiving money. So that's it from my side. If you have any questions, please write them in the chat and we will answer all your questions in an email after the webinar. Thank you.
Thank you, Katrin. Jonathan, floor is yours.
I'll unmute. There we go. So yeah, Airwallex. I'm John, part of the Airwallex accounts team here. So what that means is I work with platforms like OneOffice to take our products, help them to, I guess, white label or co-brand some of our products to be able to resell to their customers, and ultimately provide with services such as global bank accounts, FX, card issuing, and payouts. The partnership with OneOffice ultimately enables OneOffice customers to do exactly that. So that would be going through a KYC process, which we'll go through a little bit later on today, understand a bit more about what your needs are as a business, and then provide you with the foundations to collect funds, convert funds, pay funds out as a new starting business or as an existing business that's looking to expand its functionalities. A little bit about Airwallex. So Airwallex was an Australian company, been going since 2015. We've got 19 global offices, and ultimately helping businesses around the world, including some of our investors like Sequoia or Tencent, to do exactly what OneOffice customers are now able to do in a much more efficient way as well. So the ultimate goal for Airwallex was to build a platform that enables businesses to take advantage of financial infrastructure so that those businesses can scale globally in the same way that we have done. The good thing to note about this is that we're not just doing this on a whim. We've gone out and acquired all of the relevant licenses locally to be able to help our OneOffice customers as well as Airwallex customers do business in the most appropriate way by ticking all of the boxes with regards to local and international regulation. So in terms of the capabilities at a very high level, Airwallex enables businesses to, as I've said before, collect funds, convert funds, and pay funds out. Now, when you start to go into the finer details of what that means that you're either able to use an online payment gateway, create global bank accounts, convert funds, to pay funds out like a local, or to spin up a bank card that allows you to transact as if you were a local, regardless of where you are. So for thinking about global bank accounts ultimately means that you're able to create a bank account that is domiciled in the region or the country of which you're trading in. So if I'm a OneOffice customer and I'd like to create a bank account that's based in the US, because I know that I'm going to be receiving funds from an invoice in the US, the businesses working with OneOffice at the moment are now able to start collecting invoices or trading in other countries outside of Estonia or the UK in a way that enables them to move quickly. I think we're all aware how slow banks can be, how fragmented international banking can be as well. So ultimately gives you the opportunity to see and to understand what the market requires, to react, and to be the first one there. We actually started out as an FX engine. So when thinking about FX payments, what that really means is that you're benefiting from some of the most competitive rates in the market. And that's courtesy of OneOffice providing you the service to trade in such a way. Thinking about global payouts and transfers, what we understand is that as a new business, there are many, many different costs, and that can be from your CRM. It could be your, could be things like your Google accounts, could be, if you're an e-commerce platform, thinking about your AdWords, how are you going to optimize on costs on this type of payment? So we're giving you the ability to now pay out to these suppliers, to these tech platforms, to these SaaS providers in a way that saves you a huge amount of money and speeds up your process on payout. How do we do that? So what you're doing is now tapping into localized payment mechanisms for paying out. In Europe, that would of course be SEPA rails, which you're all inevitably quite familiar with, but also thinking further afield, if you have a USD payment that you need to settle to a supplier in the US, using an ACH payment, for example, or using a faster payment, which is called Fedwire, in order to be able to settle that invoice on the same day in the most cost-efficient manner as well. In addition to that, we also provide you with services, or one office is providing you services with traditional banking, such as SWIFT. SWIFT network, you're, I guess, more familiar with when sending international transactions, could be sending USD from Europe to another country or vice versa. So with both rails, for local banking or localized payment mechanisms, and for SWIFT payments, what we're providing you is 90 countries which you can pay out to with local payment mechanisms, and then 150 countries which you're paying out via SWIFT. Borderless cards is again something that is a part of the infrastructure. So as I mentioned, you can collect funds in over here with your global bank accounts. You're then able to hold funds in a wide range of global currencies, which is known as our wallet infrastructure. The wallet ultimately means that you can have euro in your bank account, or collect funds via euro in your bank account, convert funds to PLN or DKK or NOK, hold those balances in the range of currency wallets that you need, and then either via the local payouts we mentioned earlier, or by using your single card, what you're able to then do is to, instead of converting again, simply pay in DKK, pay in PLN, or pay in USD with the same card that you've created. What that allows you to do is to save cost and essentially be smarter with how you're managing your money via the One Office platform. The last part of the tour would be online payments. Online payments is something that we've recently launched our first customer with at One Office, and we're really excited to start seeing more. E-commerce players can now start to, instead of going with your typical Stripes, Adyen, Checkout.com, or even thinking about Shopify, what you'll be able to do is use the Airwallex online payments gateway under the ecosystem of One Office to collect funds via credit cards, debit cards. It could be P24, it could be Alipay or WeChat Pay, to make your e-commerce store or to make your online offering to your customers even more powerful. So as an overview, that's what you get with Airwallex, but this is what One Office is providing you as a service to be able to optimize on the speed of your e-Residency and your One Office payment formation, company formation. So yeah, we've dipped into this in a little bit. So ultimately what this isn't an exact demo, but the My Money solution enables you to be in a co-branded ecosystem where we take you through the steps that you need to take and you would do with your, regardless of the type of fintechs that you're working with. You'd need to go through a KYC and AML process, which we can talk about in a little bit. After that, you're given your own dashboard. You can then top up in excess of 3 million Hong Kong dollars and start trading, or you can attach your global bank accounts to your different PSPs in order to be able to collect funds in a smart way and then start to convert and pay those funds out. So KYC, as I mentioned, this is something that we pride ourselves on. We've been working over the last 6 months to improve on the speed and ability to convert our customers. And what that means is we know the questions up front, and the One Office team are going to be feeding back to all One Office customers or future customers which key bits of information they're going to need from you in order to be able to get you through the KYC process successfully. And that ranges from, which I think was mentioned earlier, your identity verification, your true name, right through to any UBOs or any additional directors that you have within your business. The SLA is circa 48 hours. We've been doing a lot of work in the background to enhance that and speed that up. But depending on the maturity of your business, or depending on the jurisdiction that you sit in, this might fall more into the 48-hour process. Final step is the enhanced due diligence. Now, not everybody will come through to an enhanced due diligence, but ultimately what that means is if you are unable to provide us with the key information that we need at the start of your journey, all we'll do is ask for further questions. So essentially, we're asking for more information in order to be able to support your case to get your account up and running as quickly as possible. This doesn't happen to everyone, but if there were additional requests for informations or RFIs, that'll be communicated to you via email. If you're able to get back to us as quickly as possible, then that gets you in motion for getting your account up and running as quickly as possible, so you can go ahead and start trading as quickly as to match the speed that we're providing you. So global bank accounts we've touched on. Here are some of the currencies in which you can now open accounts. This is the roadmap is probably more exciting.
Sorry, Jonathan, I think your slides are not moving. Yes, we're back on that. There we go. Thanks.
So here is the snapshot of what you probably missed. But we're happy to follow up with the deck if needed.
Yes.
Thanks for letting me know. So with regards to the bank accounts that you can now create, we have a wide mix in multiple different ways. We've got a huge roadmap on the way, which means that One Office customers will now be able to, or soon will be able to, collect with Mexican peso, AED, BRL, ILS. And the list goes on. But ultimately, where we are at present is that you have a fantastic amount of coverage across Europe. For businesses that are trading outside of Europe, the opportunities are pretty strong for you as well. So depending on if your customers or other suppliers are paying or sending funds to you in different currencies, instead of them sending an expensive transaction to you, for example, from Singapore dollar to a GBP account, you can, in a couple of seconds, create a bank account in Singapore and enable or provide then to your supplier or beneficiary the correct information that allows you to then settle funds like a local. And here's yet again another iteration of what the roadmap looks like for you. Just to again highlight or play back, some of these accounts are local bank accounts, which ultimately means you can move a lot quicker, giving you the speed and transactional costs to benefit from it. When thinking about FX, all of this is done with APIs in the back end. This is nothing that you have to worry about, but ultimately what it means is that we're providing our customers or One Office customers with the most competitive rates and the most flexible rates with regards to how they then execute on payments. Borderless cards, as I mentioned, are available not only in physical and virtual formats, but also in Google Pay and Apple Pay as well. So you can be on the move, on the go, and instead of needing a physical card, operate in a much smoother way. And then on payouts, happy to follow up with this, but I'm not going to go through the entire list. It's just giving you a flavor of what you can now expect. So think about your suppliers in Sri Lanka, think about your suppliers in Nigeria, the Ivory Coast, for example. or Japan. How are you going to pay these customers or these suppliers? And this is how One Office is enabling you to now do that. So I'm John from Airwallex, and it's been a pleasure speaking with you, and hope to hear from you again soon.
Thank you, Jonathan. Maybe one thing to mention additionally to what Jonathan said is that one good thing about when starting Estonian, when you are a e-resident, you have a e-residency card, you start your Estonian company, and then you apply for Airwallex account, then Airwallex provides Estonian IBAN account. So this is definitely one of the key factors and things that we see that our Estonian e-residents need for their business. So Airwallex can help with that. And also maybe I'll quickly ask Jonathan what to keep in mind when applying for the account, what information I need to prepare when I'm a new client starting a new business. Do I have to prepare something or what's needed?
Great question. It's something that we've obviously experienced is when creating your e-residency business, one of the most important things that we like to have is, I guess, more of a deep dive on or a better understanding of what your business is going to be doing. The difficulty, is we are a regulated business, which gives not only us a lot of responsibility, but also One Office some responsibility, is better understanding what your business activity is going to be. So any sort of business plan, any sort of go-to-market helps us to give you the rubber stamp a lot quicker.
Okay, thanks so much. I think we covered the full starting aspect of starting your new Estonian company, getting your fintech solution up and running. So we had some questions in there which we have replied already, but everyone participating, do not hesitate to contact us. We will answer all the questions and we will connect you to right people if there is anything that needs to be clarified. One Office thanks all the participants, and also please do not forget to contact us if you have any questions regarding starting a business, or even if you need help with applying an e-residency, we can assist you with that. We have a lot of experience and our team is here to help to guide you through the process. You still have to apply it for yourself, but still we can help and to explain the process. And as Katrin mentioned, our self-service portal is super easy and simple, but still, if along the way you have any questions or you have more than one founder, again, don't hesitate to contact. The One Office team will help. And when the company is up and running, to continue to applying for Airwallex account. This is it's a really simple process after the company is registered. You get the direct link where you can start applying the account. And from there, it's really simple and straightforward, the process again. And Airwallex might ask additional questions, as Jonathan mentioned, but we have had a good experience that if the clients are active, answering all the questions, then we get the account up and running with no time. So thank you, everyone. We managed to stay almost in time. We will send the slides as mentioned to everyone, and also this webinar was recorded, so this will be up in One Office page as well. Thank you very much, and we will make sure to answer all the